So I am going to be sipping on the last of my coffee. Actually, this is most of my coffee. I just had a really small cup today. But yeah, I thought I would try and find a bunch of pieces to sight read, or I guess, read, reread from before. I do reserve the right to not sight read some of the things that you guys are asking, mostly because of just accessibility of the of the sheet music. So I do see, Michael, that you want me to look at Great Train Race. I don't actually own Great Train Race yet. So I'm sorry I can't sight read that piece. But I'm just looking through what you guys have here. So let's see. Legend of Zelda stuff, I am totally down. I know that there's a really nice medley on MuseScore, so let me try and find that. But while I do that, I hope you guys have been doing well. I'm just going up Zelda flute. Maybe let's go Zelda medley. Yeah, Zelda flute medley. Yeah, I think this is the one that I had looked at before several times. So, I might need to. Yeah, this thing is just loading very strangely. Why is it not loading the whole thing? Oh, there it goes. Now it's loaded the whole thing. Although it has a theme in there that I actually haven't really read much of. Let's see if there's like another Zelda medley. There's another Zelda medley. So yeah, I feel like there was like a really long one that I could read. There's another one. No, that's the same one from before. Oh, I can just read that anyway. Let's see. Zelda flute. I remember there was one that had a lot of different themes. Just trying to see if I can find it. Or if you guys know like the name of the user. Oh, I found the one that I found from before. I'll do this one. This one is really nice. Okay, so I found that. Density, sure, we can do that. Density 21.5 I do have. Let me see if I scanned it into my own personal files. I also have my own arrangements of stuff. So if I happen to have the arrangement for it, I can do that too. Let's see. Is it in here? No, I did not. Oh, I did scan it. Okay, sweet. So there's that. Cool. Okay, and then I'm just gonna keep my own arrangements open. What else do you guys have? Anything Tchaikovsky? Let's look at flute tunes. If you guys can give me some Piccolo ones, that'd be great too, because we also need to test the Piccolo Swab. So let's see, Tchaikovsky. What's on flute tunes that you guys would know? I mean, there's always a Nutcracker. you guys want any nutcracker sweet stuff. Let's do a Tchaikovsky I haven't done before. There's the swan theme from Swan Lake. Any suggestions? Oh my gosh, you're right. Genshin has, I know what you're talking about, that piccolo solo. So if you can find that piccolo solo, that'd be amazing. Yeah, let's do the, what about the waltz from Swan Lake? Do I know this one? Oh, it's so long. Oh my goodness, it is so long. Well, I could always do a Chaik piccolo excerpt. Maybe we might do that just to, like, you know, just to torture myself. Is orchestra excerpts .com still a thing? Yes. Okay. Let's see if they have. So they have flute. Do they have piccolo? I don't think they have piccolo though. They do. They have it here. Perfect. I got it open. Okay. So we'll do that. So we've got Zelda, and then let's see any other suggestions. So you want Haunty on regular flute. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do some what's the word? Definitely I'm going to have to do some transposition. There we go. My brain is not entirely working today. Tafnel, Andante, and Scherzo. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, the flute music by French composers, right? I have it scanned for myself here too. Okay, so Tafno, is it towards the end? I seem to recall that it's towards the end. Andante e scherzatino. Andante pastorale scherzatino. Is that right? Tafno, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do that then. Sleeping Beauty waltz for solo and ensemble. Sleeping. If I can't find the music for some of these, I am so sorry. I'm not going to be able to, you know, read it for you guys. Let's see. Garland waltz. Oh, this would be this is Tchaikovsky. That's perfect. Is it the Garland waltz? Is that what you're looking for? Because Flute Tunes has like a page that I can read of it. We can try that. Okay. So Genshin's language de fleur is based off of Bach's Suite No. 1. I'm not surprised. I'm so not surprised. That is delightful. I wonder if I can find someone's rendition of that. So let's see. So Fallen Leader, did you end up getting the... Okay, excellent. You got the name. Okay, we'll see if anyone did this. Someone did. Da 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 da. Yay! Someone transcribed it. Oh my god, yes. Okay, perfect. So, Cool Plane Kid, thank you so much for your sweet message, and congratulations on your new flute. Your Powell PS 905, that's fantastic. Okay, yes. So someone did. Oh, Scheherazade, pick and C flute and alt. I don't have the alto anymore, guys. I shipped that one back. Okay, but you're asking for Scheherazade. I'm gonna hope that Orchestra Excerpts has it. Let's duplicate this tab. Duplicate tab. Okay, so if we go back on this, Scheherazade, huh? Oh, please tell me they have Scheherazade. No, they don't. Okay, is it online somewhere? Is it on IMSLP? It's on IMSLP. Okay. Parts. So there's obviously flute 1 and 2. 2 is also piccolo. Okay. There's a piccolo part and there's a flute 1 and 2, which is also piccolo. Okay. Any particular spot? I know you're probably thinking of a particular spot, but if you find it on IMSLP, which you should, can you give me the letter, the like movement number and letter, like cue letters that you want me to play in? Stream has a delay. Yeah, it won't show links. I'm so sorry. I had to kind of put it, make a rule that only my mods can put links in here. Otherwise it's mass chaos. But it's okay. I found the transcription, Fallen Leader. See you later, Ryan. And I hope you have a great time shopping for your flute. I did see your message up above. Let me see if that's the same version that I'm looking at. Oh. Okay. Let me come on. Okay. Let me copy that. So musescore.com. Ooh, this is oh. Interesting. So the version that I'm looking at is in 3.4, which is easier to read than in 3.8. But I will keep yours open just in case. Yeah, the 3.4.1 is a little bit easier. Polypsian dances. Oh, okay. I worked on the Polypsian dances on piccolo years ago now, when I was part of the orchestra that I was in. I know what part you're talking about. Okay. All right. We'll do it. Oh, man. You know, I asked for this. This is what I get. This is what I get. So let's see, what's the version that I did? Yeah, for orchestra. This is the complete score though. but I want just the parts. Yeah, that's no can do. No can do. Okay. Plepsian dances. It is on IMSLP. And I must have had the Piccolo part somewhere. Well, I'm just gonna look at the Piccolo part. And see if I can find, cause like, see if I can find the spot. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, I think I found the spot. Oh, I worked on this so much. I used all sorts of alternate fingerings to make it easier. I'm wondering if I still have it with my markings on it. Okay, I'm doing this off screen just because there might be some, you know, personal things in here. Oh my god! Okay. We found it. We found it. We found it. Okay, yep, it has all my markings in it. Okay. Oh, all right. We found it. Found it. This was my photocopy. Okay. All right. And this is why, guys, you have at least some semblance of organization. So, like, when you think of it later, you could be like, if I'm going to look for it, I know it's there. Scheher. Okay, so you guys really want Scheherazade. Okay. It's probably in here. Okay. I'm just taking out all of my excerpt books here. Okay, Scheherazade. I need to keep sipping this. By the way, this coffee is absolutely just instant coffee. I know you're like, Joanna, how have you, you know, downgraded yourself so far to instant coffee? But you know what, guys? This is like the Asian stuff, you know? And I, ever since coming home from Singapore, have been chasing the taste of Singaporean coffee, which is better known as kopi over there. And I've just been chasing that taste, and this instant coffee stuff is like the only thing that is like the closest thing to it, but it still doesn't quite hit it. And in particular, I have it's John's like cousin once removed or something like that. Some cousin's kid who's not a kid, he's a young adult, but he makes the best coffee. He mixes like 8 different roasts, like 8 different beans in there, roasts, like all different types of roasts. And then like he has his own mix of like, you know, how much like sugar and like, you know, condensed milk and stuff. And it is like, He made it and brought it out for me to try, and I have been chasing that taste since then, and this is like the closest I can get here on this side of the world. Anyway, that is why we have you know, gone from like really nice drip coffee to like instant coffee. Okay, is Scheherazade in here? You guys know. Is Scheherazade in here? It's not, right? Oh, Maxim. We're waiting for a sale on Maxim. This was next to Maxim. This is Mazel. And the Mazel was on sale for an insane, absolutely insane discount months ago now. And yeah, I've definitely made my way through the box. I'm getting to the last few now, which is very scary. Okay, I'm looking through this and I cannot find Scheherazade. Am I dumb? Okay. Scheherazade. Yeah, it's only Russian Easter Overture and the Capriccio Español. Does this one have it? The second volume? Does the second volume have it? Yes, it's in the second volume. Okay, let's look here then. So page 39. Okay, page 39. Okay. All right. Because if we're only doing excerpts, then it's a little bit more manageable. Okay, I have never actually performed the Scheherazade. So I'm probably going to have to kind of like guess my way through this with the tempo markings and stuff like that. So please do not use this stream as like oh, this is how I play the Scheherazade excerpts. Don't do that, okay? I will put another warning when I actually go and sight read it, because I am actually sight reading it. But okay. Elizabeth, you like this channel? Just Another Coffee Drinker? Yeah. Oh, Cacciatarian. Okay, let me get Cacciatarian. Okay, got the Cacciatarian. Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's look for a muse score. Let's say Pirates of the Caribbean, for flute. Let's see if there's like a version that we could just read on the flute. There's the main theme. Okay. But which version do I like? There's a few versions on here. Bum, bum, bum. There's a duet version. Oh, that's cool. I think I'll just like okay, I'm just gonna look at this person's. Yeah, that's probably good. Cacciatarian. Did I miss any? Freerun. Yes, I've gotten into the Freerun OST. Let's see if there's some Freerun on. If you guys don't know what Freerun is, it's an amazing anime. I think we've watched maybe 2 episodes, And then we got distracted with other anime. Right now we're watching Gyurumasu. I don't know how many of you guys know that one, but it's really good. It's we've been watching like one episode a night for the last few nights. Let's see, Freerin, Flute. Let's see if there's one. Yep, the opening. Oh, lovely. I'm gonna see if I remember the opening. It's been a hot minute. Let's see. There's Journey's End, and then there's an opening number 2. There's opening 1 and there's opening 2. We'll do opening 1 and see if I remember it. Okay. Surprised you that I volunteered for sight reading. You know what? Every now and then I live for the risk. Sometimes you just gotta like throw yourself out there, you know, and be like, let's see what I can do, you know? Okay, Pirates Cacciatarian. Okay. Curler Virtuoso. Well, Virtuoso Etudes. Oh, interesting. I've never actually heard of this one. Okay. See, this is a good way for me to like learn things too. Learn what's out there. So you want number 11? Oh, why? Okay, that's... You know what? Fair. This is fair. We'll do it. We'll do it. Do I have my Bluetooth pedals somewhere? Yes. Okay, let's see. Is this thing still power on? So if I did this, okay, yes, it does work. Okay. Now we have this. Okay. We're armed with the Bluetooth pedal. Claude Bowling. Oh. Yes. Give me a sec. Let me see. I can do some. I'll do some. I need to look deep into my archives. So okay. So I will limit myself to how much I will let myself read all of these. Otherwise, this is going to go on for too long. But I can do like some parts here and there, you know. If you have a specific, Elizabeth, if you have a specific movement you want me to read, let me know. The Waltz for Stark and Fern. Oh, are you talking about for Freerin? Okay, let me see if I can find Freerin Waltz. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found a slightly easier to read one. You can let me know if that works. Okay. I have to read off of a piano part because yeah, someone transcribed it for piano. 2 people, I think, transcribed it for piano. I can kind of like dip my toes in both and see if it's good. Okay. Hi Chris, how are you? A little bit of E-Bear? Oh, we'll do a little bit of E-Bear. All right. We'll do a little bit of E-Bear. So, okay, let's see. Okay, this is a good chunk of music. I'm very happy. Very, very happy with this. We've been spotted! And Baroque? Oh, so you're playing Baroque and Bloop. Oh, okay, got it. So, which one is the Baroque and Bloop? I feel like, is that the... Is that the last move? No, it's the first movement. Right? That one? Okay. Again, I'm sight reading. So, you know, I'm just going to give this little spiel out like a broken record throughout this stream because I know that people will be like joining in and stuff like that. Please do not take how I am reading all of this as like this is the way to do it. Because to be completely fair, I am actually sight reading a lot of this stuff. So I'll let you guys know if I'm not sight reading something, but a lot of the stuff I am sight reading. And this is really just for fun. I do like a good sight reading challenge, you know, every now and then, just kind of like, I just notice that it sort of fires me up, gets me exposed to a lot of music that I normally would not be exposed to. It's just really nice to kind of hear what you guys are working on and what you guys are listening to, because that type of thing is actually trendy. And, you know, trends come and go. So it's really like, in a way, you guys are kind of, I'm sorry to do this, but you guys are sort of acting as sort of like my little research guinea pigs, where you guys kind of tell me what you're interested in and stuff. So yeah, it's called playing an instrument for a reason. I like that, Fallen Leader. I like that. We are just playing around, right? So looks like, oh, you're currently mastering Be Thou My Vision. That's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful one. So did you want me to do some Vivaldi? There's like Vivaldi Piccolo stuff. Like anything in particular you're looking for? Because I can add it to the list. But let's start from the beginning of our you know, our little sight reading journey here. We're going to start with some Legend of Zelda. I am looking on MuseScore here, and just kind of having a little bit of fun. If you guys wanted to follow along, I'll put it in the chat right now. That's what I'm looking at. So, you know, if it just so happens that the arranger is watching this, just want to say thank you so much for arranging this, and helping us entertain ourselves. So let's do this. Here we go. Oh, and guys, I'm going to be sitting for this whole thing just because I'm lazy today. So let's do this. Rinse out the mouth even more. Okay. No. Wrong. It needs to be G flat. many flats. Oh. Take two. Take two. Okay. I am going to turn off the fan and the heater because I have a heater that was going for a while and a fan to circulate the air. I'm going to turn both those things off. I just realized they're on. Okay, we're back. And I'm still not 100% sure exactly where my flute wants that high G to sit. That's why it cracked, because I was like kind of doubting myself. So we'll give that another go right there. On the wrong window. There we go. We should use that one instead. Okay. Here we go. Etc., etc., etc. Wind Waker title theme. Not very familiar with this, but we'll wing it. So, let's see. Okay, let me know if this is okay. No, no, no. Okay, one more time. Is that one part that really trips me up? Okay, this one. This one. Okay. It's a G. Okay. I'm not very happy with how I did that because I did the phrasing wrong. So we're doing it one more time with the phrasing correct. Okay, better. The reason why I needed to change that is because I believe that isn't this like the retrograde of the regular Zelda theme? Okay, we're gonna skip 2 themes because I'm not familiar with them. I believe the next 2, one is from Wind Waker, which I haven't played, and the other is from Twilight Princess, which I also haven't played. But I know the one later, which is a Dark World theme from Link to the Past. Okay, those are the ones that I'm familiar with. Looks like we have two more in here. One is Cass's theme from, I believe, is Breath of the Wild, which I haven't finished. And then the other one is the Breath of the Wild main theme, which I am also not that familiar with. So I don't really want to butcher it right now, so we're not going to do them. All right. How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't heard that in so long, but let's see if MuseScore has some How to Train Your Dragon. I'm trying to do these in order, by the way, so if you guys give me another thing, I'm putting it at the end of the list. So How to Train Your Dragon. Let's see if someone's done a flute like rendition. There's one for flute and clarinet. Someone did one for just the flute. Okay, I'm probably going to have to guess a little bit at the speed, because they did not give a speed or anything for this. Oh, except for the romantic flight part. They did give a speed for that one. Okay, well, we'll leave that for later. For now, it's been a hot moment since I've done density 21.5, but we will try. You know, for those of you guys who don't know what this piece is about, the density of platinum is 21.5, and I'm gonna butcher his name, but Edgard Veres wrote this in January 1936, revised in April 1946. It was written at the request of Georges Barrère for the inauguration of his platinum flute. And I'm absolutely just reading this off of the sheet music. So this piece was actually designed to showcase what a platinum flute is capable of. Now, there are just straight up some effects I cannot do on my flute. My flute is a 10 karat rose gold body with a 14 karat rose gold head joint. And so the interesting thing about platinum is that even when you get really, really thin and soft, it still has a very lasery, zingy, kind of in your face sound. And that sound comes across as actually really creepy. So I'm not going to play all of this just to save on a little bit of time, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a taste of the beginning at the very least, and see how far I can get, because sight reading this is a bit of a doozy, but we will try this. Let's try it. those of you guys who know that part, you're like, Joanna, it is not a B natural. What are you doing? Okay. So this part was my introduction to extended technique. I remember this being the first time I ever did something like this, but I believe it's supposed to be like. Super fun. Anyway, does the flute have to be solid platinum tubing to do that, or would Miramatsu's platinum clad produce the same effect? I found that it more or less did. If you guys look way back, so like just go on Google and type like, you know, my channel name, JustAnotherFlutist, and put in like platinum. You'll find the 2 videos of me messing around. I think there's one where I'm reviewing the flutes, and then there's another where I actually like spent some time playing around. And I believe it's in the one where I'm playing around. That's where I discovered this whole situation with like how there are a lot of like effects in here that just don't come across quite correctly if you don't have platinum. So I believe that if you have like just like a platinum riser in your head joint, you're already going to be able to do these effects a lot better than even what I just did now. Like the pianos that I just did now, I did make them sound more on the creepy side, but they lack the same zing that you get if you have platinum. So yeah, in my opinion, it absolutely did create some of the effect. The full platinum flute was a ride though. Like it absolutely was. It was almost kind of creepy to play it because I would be trying to go for this kind of like thin, breathy sound, and you can't get it. You cannot get that like super thin, small, breathy sound. Yeah. Old Superman theme. I mean, let's see. Like John Williams? Are you saying like John Williams? There's an official one. But I don't have, what's the word? I do not have subscription. I'll leave it open for now. Okay, moving on from that, let's do maybe not piccolo quite yet. I'm gonna move the piccolo bit down. Scheherazade. Which part of Scheherazade did we want to do? I want to see if I was given. Hey Saturday, how are you? I'm so sorry I didn't see her until now. But you bought a flute. What did you buy? Lucid, were you the one who suggested Scheherazade? Who suggested Scheherazade? Whoever suggested Scheherazade, do you have like a particular like Q letter? Yeah, probably you. Do you have like a particular like movement Q letter that you want me to play? I'd be very happy to do so. And you can torture me. That's totally fine. Oh, it was Michael? And you okay, well, like perfect. Either Michael or Lucid, either of you, if you have like a particular like cue letter that you want me to play from, for now, I think what I will try to do is play the Wingless Angel from Haunty. Okay, the first flute solo you're saying. Where does the first flute solo come in? Okay. Is it? And I will try it out right now. Is it? That's not how you play it, guys. Is that even as fast as it goes? Does it go faster, slower than that? I think that was too long. That was too long, wasn't it? It's more of a slow one. It whips by. Got it. Okay. So. Or that slow? Okay, that's it. Okay. is super pretty. Oh, that is super pretty. Okay. One thing I'm noticing for sure, the more I'm getting like to where those high notes sit, the more I'm realizing it's really comfortable for me. Like it sits lower and more forward with the C foot joint. And I'm finding that I can just like relax right into it. And it's just like super sparkly, clean, doesn't take a lot of air. Okay. So that was a tiny bit of a Scheherazade. Let's try a little bit of wingless. Later, Lucid, I'm so glad I was able to play that for you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's try a little bit of Wingless Angel. I'm going to have to do some transposition for this because this one is written for alto flute. So I think we need to go a fourth higher. So a fourth up. So it's E flat to A flat. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I have to go a fourth up, right? Isn't that what it is? Right? My brain is not really working. Oh, wonderful. Hello. Hello, Sean. How are you? No, do I go a fourth lower? Is that what it is? My brain is not really working right now. We're gonna look it up. Transpose from alto flute to C flute. Yeah, raise it by a perfect fourth. I was correct. I was correct. Raise by a perfect fourth. Okay, I think I'm just not used to hearing it an octave higher. Okay, goodness gracious. All right. transpose do this? How? Greg, the original alto flutist for this. Are you proud of me, Greg? I just transposed by sight. When I was asking people to help me sight read stuff, your jazz combo prof was like, you should be able to transpose chromatically on the fly in an instant. And my mom was like, no, thank you. Okay. As soon as I started to get into the actual key, like I'm sure you guys noticed, like in the middle, I started to feel a lot more comfortable, but because I wasn't so much reading the notes as much as I was like remembering how it sounded and just kind of like moving it to a different key, which I guess is transposition, but I wasn't really doing it like an actual sight, like true sight transposition. I was doing that in the beginning and it was just like going all over the place. But anyway, I hope... Ooh, I'm starting to feel some dampness come out. Okay. We're getting a little slobbery. I think I want to get a tiny bit more slobbery before we open up all of our goodies to try them out. So we're going to move on to the next piece, which is the Tafnel Andante Pastorale e Scherzatino. Was this the one that I made crap up for a line? This might have been the one. So years and years ago, I made a video where I said that for a student recital that I was playing in, in the studio that I was studying in, yeah, I think it was this piece. I memorized the whole piece. I don't know why I did, but I memorized the whole piece so I could perform it memorized. And then partway through, I just forgot an entire line. In fact, I think I know exactly which line it is. So if you guys are looking with me, yes, please make a request. Greg, please make a request. So if you guys are looking with me at the Andante Pastorale e Scherzatino by Tafnel, starting from measure 15 to 17. So really it was only 3 bars. I just completely forgot it. I just had no memory of it. Had all of the memory of before and after, and I knew how long it was because I knew the piano part. And I just didn't know what it was. So I just made it up very confidently. Did it go well? No, it did not. It clashed with the piano. It did not sound good, but Lord help me. I was just like, I don't care. I just got to make it through these 3 bars and then I'm home free because I remember the rest of it. So I just like did a lot of this, just like, really going for it. You know what I mean? And then no one knew. Absolutely no one knew. except for the there was a pianist who was watching because their sister was playing in the same recital, and they came up to me and they're like, wow, that was a really, really great. And I was like, well, I know you've played this before, so I need to come clean to you. I completely made up a whole line. And then they were like, oh, that's why that sounded a little different than what I remembered. You know, but like you played it so confidently, I started questioning myself. Yes, please make your request, Greg. Please, I will just keep playing a bit of this and continuing to make my flute nice and slobbery, so we can test these delightful swabs. Okay, here we go. That is not an A flat. No, there's no A flats. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Oh, sorry. There's supposed to be an F flat in there. Isn't this piece amazing? This is this is a Tafnel. Andante Pastoral e Scherzatino. So if you look up Tafnel, Taffanel, you will find this guy. Let me write it in for you guys. And that way you can just, copy and paste. So Pastoral e Scherzatino by Paul Tafnel. There we go. It's a gorgeous piece. Just freaking gorgeous. And I'm playing it with a lot more soul than I used to when I was 20 years ago. I think I've lived more life, and I'm really understanding now what these dynamics are really sort of implying, the soul that it's implying. Just a freaking gorgeous piece. Now, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit and do a little bit of scherzatino. and we will, let's see how much of this I remember. No G sharps. This very differently 20 years ago, and I do not like how I used to play it, because now I can kind of feel where, like, you know, the sass is, you know. If I ever like decided to perform this again, I absolutely need to practice this. I used to do this a lot more. Ooh, we're getting slobbery. I think it is time. It is time to try. At least like the flute swab. So we'll try one flute swab. We're going to try this one and see what happens. So, okay, here. Okay, so for the first time, I'm opening this. I have not actually opened this since I bought this last year. Where do I open it? Woo. Okay, so down here, we're gonna open it. Okay, there we go. So what I learned on the Yamaha website was that the blue colored model absorbs way more than the green color one. But when I was in the store, they only had the green one for the Piccolo one. So this is kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. Apparently this is supposed to be very, very absorbent. So my impression is that this is very thin, but the middle part of it, do you see how like it's a little bit stiffer on the inside? I wasn't actually expecting that. I didn't realize that there were fins on the inside. So there are stiffer fins on the inside. So I think in that way, it does act very much like the flute flag. This one is by Roger Holman. So this one also has but the fins here are just completely felt. I reviewed a different one last. Is this the Piccolo one? Yeah, this is the Piccolo one. This one is the flute one. Yeah. So I reviewed this one in oh, Fallen Leader, thank you so much for becoming a member at tier 3. Holy cow, thank you so much. This one is by ROI, I believe, Roy. And this one has fins. I believe you can take this out. Yeah. So there. Now you guys can see their little kind of fins here. So that keeps this piece in here. So it's interesting that this kind of maintains that similar design to the flute flag and to the Roy. So it has fins in here. So let's see how well this thing cleans. We're going to get my flute slobbery again and then try this one out. Okay, so we're going to start first though with the Yamaha Flute Swab. So this is the built-in one. Okay, so let's take, actually it is a takedown one. So we're going to put my flute back together. And this is what I really liked about it. They actually provided you a takedown piece. So you should be able to just do the whole thing. Yep. It'll fit through the entire thing. Okay, so there we go. This thing was pretty expensive. It's pretty much just as expensive as getting a takedown flute flag. This one, I believe, is about $55 with the like US with the takedown part. So I have the takedown part here. So this thing I think cost, I don't have the exact number, but it was like around, I want to say it was like 50, 55-ish Singaporean dollars. Something like that. No, 60? Something like that. It was somewhere between 55 to 60 Singaporean dollars. So you're not actually saving any money by getting a different brand or anything. They all cost around the same. So we are going to now, let me go back to here so I can show you guys me actually operating this whole thing. So we're going to go here. So because of the extra fabric that's hanging off of the fins, I can see it that it potentially does a very good job, you know, getting into all the nooks and crannies. So I'm just going to give you guys a little close-up again. Let's do this. You guys can really see that. See that? See that turning in there? Yeah. Okay. Moment of truth. We're going to see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty damp. That's pretty damp. Now, unfortunately, I can see that on the inside, my flute is still damp. But I mean, it got a lot. Like it got a lot. It's like completely drenched. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see the reflection on, yeah, you guys can see the reflection on my hands. That condensation and spit is absolutely all over my hands right now. So it did a lot, but if you look inside of the flute, it's still not completely dry. You see that? Yeah, I think you guys can see that it's not completely dry. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. Yeah, it's not completely dry in there. There's this guy. You can really tell it's not dry in there. See that? Yeah. I've been spoiled though. So since the whole thing is pulled apart now though, let's try and see if we do it several times. Let's see if it makes it drier. Like maybe with like if I go to the drier parts of the swab, maybe you can get everything out. Okay, yeah, because I use the drier parts of the swab, yeah, it that's pretty dry now. Let's try this one. So here we go. We're gonna go on this side and really get it to get everything out. I think maybe the other thing that might have happened is that like my head joint might have been really moist. There's no better word for it. And then when I pulled it out, it might have dragged all of the moisture and condensation down the tube too. It's still not completely dry. That's still not completely dry. I'm gonna go onto the other side. Okay, yeah, I can still see a little bit of moisture. Like, um, I'm going to think like if this material was thicker, I think it could absorb more. But I think because the material is so thin, it's just being completely overloaded with condensation at this moment. And then this, like, I'm only getting the most damp part of the swab up into the top, which is where I need it to be the driest. It's drier. I almost feel like it needs to like air dry now. Yeah. Better than slinging a head joint out to sling out moisture. That's true. Maybe more for keeping it in check than total removal. I would agree with that, Fallen Leader. I absolutely would agree with that. Like if you do it enough, I am seeing that it's like making it pretty dry. But that's taking actually quite a long time to do. Yeah, it's taking a very long time to do it. Okay, now I would say it's pretty dry. Yeah, so sorry that like the lighting is actually really hard to capture in here. Yeah, just trying to like put it in different angles so you guys can see that it's pretty dry in there. Yeah, I would say it's dry now. But so for a completely like the complete slobber test, I would agree with Fallen Leader that I don't think this thing will make your whole flute dry in one go. However, you can see how much moisture it does take off. Like that is actually pretty impressive. I think the only thing is that the material is very thin. And because the material is very thin, there's really only so much that it can soak up before it's completely and utterly drenched. So I think the nice thing I am noticing right now is that it seems to dry very fast. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's already drying way faster than I would anticipate it drying. Like I know it looks super drenched on camera, but from the feel of it, I'm like I can feel that it's starting to dry already. Okay. Yeah, I can actually, you can already see it. It's actually starting to dry. Like see these lighter parts. So I think the upside is that this thing seems like it dries very fast. The takedown part of it is also a fantastic advantage. Yeah, the only thing though is that I don't think that you can just wait for your flute to get totally slobbery before you use this and have it be super effective. Or what you can kind of like think of it as is like, you know, this is your swab that you can use kind of like part way through a session. So maybe like every 15-20 minutes, you just kind of like, you just have it you know, in its full length, kind of like screwed in like that. So if you have the whole thing put together, it's just like on your desk somewhere while you're practicing. Every like 10 minutes or so, if you just swab it really quickly, I think it'll do the job, because then it can like dry in the 10 minutes, like between every 10 minutes. So if you wanted just like a quick quick swab, like maintenance swab while you play, I think this would be very, very good for that. I do not think that this is good for like a final cleanup though. So, but it has its upsides. It absolutely has its upsides. I'm actually getting very impressed with how fast it's drying. Can you see that? It's almost like drying like in real time in front of you guys. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's my personal evaluation about this. Yeah, between movements type solution. Exactly. So, maybe I wonder if this one is more your like true slobber winner. You know what I mean? Because this one has like the full cloth. So yeah, maybe this one is the in between movements every 10 minutes or so of playing, and then this one is your final cleanup. I wonder if maybe that's more what's going on here. Okay, wonderful. Well, let's put the flute back together, and we're going to make it slobbery again so we can do the cleaning, the long cleaning rod. Okay, and then afterwards we're going to make our piccolo nice and slobbery, and then we'll use the Piccolo Swab. Okay, so let's do this. More sight reading. So for anyone who's just joining in, I just want to put a disclaimer that anything I am reading, some of the rhythm might be a little off. Some of the notes will be a little bit off. I am actually sight reading a lot of this. I will tell you if I have played it before and how long ago it's been that I've played it before. But please do not take how I play something as like your reference for how to play it. Please do not do that. This is just me playing around and, you know, giving myself a really steep sight reading challenge. So yeah. Okay. So Tchaikovsky was suggested. So I went on Flute Tunes to find, you know, a transcribed kind of like, you know, tune to play on the flute. And I am seeing the Garland Waltz from Sleeping Beauty. So let's try it. So we're at going approximately dotted half at 66, so 1/1000. So slightly faster than 1 second per beat. Okay, we'll try. I don't know the words. Okay, I do know this. All right. that I wasn't expecting some of the chromaticism in there. I kind of want to go back and do a few of those spots. It's so cute. That my brain is just full of like Disney Sleeping Beauty right now, you know. Okay. We got some Piccolo solos. We're gonna save those Piccolo solos. Oh, right. We have Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. All right, here we go. By the way, I have a great story. I have to tell you guys a story. So this has to be like almost 2 years ago now. I was invited to be a judge for a local solo and ensemble festival for middle schoolers. And oh, let me tell you, I was so happy when one of the students brought this to play for the solo and ensemble. I was so happy. I was like, yes, we're finally getting some like, you know, like orchestral music that is like, you know, more modern, and like it has something to do with a movie that like these kids have probably watched, you know, they know what's happening, you know, so it's a lot easier to kind of explain, you know, musical like expression and stuff like that when these kids know, like, you know, like the, you know, when we're talking about like swashbuckling, adventure, you know, like, you know, hero type stuff, right? Like it's so much easier to explain that stuff if they know the movie, like if they know what the story is. So I was very happy to be on the panel, the one person panel, to you know, give comments, feedback, judge, adjudicate. But it wasn't really adjudicating. It was more like, it was like giving like 5-minute lessons to all of these kids, and it was really, really, really fun. Yes, same with video game music. Exactly. Like I'm hoping that one day I get asked to adjudicate again. I would love to adjudicate another solo and ensemble festival. It was just so fun. And, you know, you get to talk with the kids, you get to talk with the parents, and like, it's very fast and everything, but like, it was such a great way to like really encourage the next generation of, you know, of musicians coming up, like really get them to be inspired and to like really like have something to look forward to, be proud of their accomplishments. It was just, it was such a great day. And I was really hoping that someone would bring in some video game music that day, but I was like, you know what? At least we got one person bringing in Pirates of the Caribbean. At least we had one. So, okay, let's do this. How's that rhythm go? Da da dee da da da. Dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Okay, got it. I remember talking to the student about like, you know, this is the part where like these instruments come in, the brass come in here, and then here, like this is where like, you know, this part comes in, and like this kid's eyes just like lit up, you know, because she was just like, you could tell on her face, she was like, oh my god, this person like knows this soundtrack. And I'm just like, you don't even know how often I listened to this track when it came out. Yeah, it's just, it's so good. I messed up that middle part and I really want to redeem myself. So I'm going to kind of start partway through and redeem myself a little. All right, I somewhat redeemed myself. It's such a fun song to play. It is so fun. Okay, we next have the Waltz for Stark and Fern from Freerin. I probably actually know this theme just because we've been listening to the OST. We listen to the OST a lot while we're cooking. This gorgeous OST. So if you guys haven't heard this music, if you guys are listening to, you know, to this stream and you're like, oh, I want some like, you know, like beautiful orchestral music that is written in the now, this one is a good one. So I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys can copy and paste. But if you look for the Freerin, is that how you spell it? F-R-I-E-R-E-N, right? Yes. Okay. So Freerin is this is the anime. Then you are looking for the OST, which is the original soundtrack. So this is just to give some of you guys some things to look for on Spotify. I think you guys will really love it. Yeah, I can tell that most of it was live recorded. It has just so much life and soul in it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's so good. Okay, let's see if I recall this theme. 2, 3, 1. Is that what 162 is? How fast is 162? So if we're to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So your typical waltz. Da, 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 da. Okay. I'm looking at a slightly slightly easier version, I think, just to kind of get a feel of it. Okay, here we go. I think I'm not quite doing that right. Try that again. I think I was starting to play some counter melody things there. That's what it felt like to me. I'm also gonna look at this other version that I can see here. Okay, so. I'm playing, there's definitely a lot of counter melody going on, right? Yeah, it's exactly. It's a piano composition incorporating multiple instruments. So I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure out just the main melody from it, and you can tell me if it's accurate. Okay, because I'm not really remembering this from the OST. Okay. Where did the melody go? Where did it go? Yeah. Yeah, and then it went counter melody. Oh man, I am like desperately trying to find. Let's see if there's like another version. Like if we, because right now I think I can only find these two. So waltz. Free Ren. Did I spell it right? I didn't. Yeah, it's only the two. What if I put Free Ren Flute? Oops. No, I'm only seeing those two. So we're going to make do as best we can. This one looks slightly easier to read, so we're gonna go back to this one. I think it repeats, right? Something like that. And then, oh no, okay, so the melody goes further. See, can I decipher the melody? Unsure if that's the melody. We're trying things out. We're trying things out. Oh, honey, I missed the key change a while back. Whoa, okay. That sounds so much better. Okay. have gone into counter melody again. I hope. Yeah, I think I need to play it by ear. Absolutely. Okay, wonderful. One of these days I need to. This might go on my like. I personally have been coming up with a list of like pieces to sort of like arrange for solo flute. So this is a very good candidate for that. Thank you. Okay, we will continue. Yeah, we still need to get this flute more slobbery. So we will continue with 30 Virtuosic Etudes by Köhler, number 11. This is Opus 75. I won't play all of it, but I'll give it my best shot for a good chunk of it. How about that? So, here we go. doing this to me. I will have you guys know that this has 6 sharps. I feel like that has dragged on long enough. I hope that was a good enough showing for that. It sounds very much like an etude, which is exactly what it is. Oh, Fallen Leader, if you transcribe it, please share with me. The Freerin waltz. And you can do so by, if you're not already on our Discord, Discord is the best place to share it. So you can even just share it on the like you can tag me, but you can share it either on the Talk to Joe thread or just to really get my attention. Or you can even put it on the general and other people can play your transcription. That would be amazing. So yeah, if you're not already on the Discord, please join our Discord. Hopefully my bot is alive. There it is. My bot's alive. So yeah, come and join us over there. That's the best place to share this type of stuff with us. But okay, so we have next Claude Bowling. I'm going to play a little bit of the first movement, which is Baroque in Blue. And let's see how this goes. Again, yeah, I'm not slobbery enough, so we're going to keep going. Here we go. Oh, too long. Okay. Okay, how's that for sight reading? I am actually sight reading it. Yeah, I think there's like that one part in the middle that I would have to kind of like work out exactly how it sounds. Let's keep going. Do I remember? Do I know how the rest of it goes? Is all of this swung? Is it all swung? Is this part swung too? Can you let me know if that part was even supposed to be swung? I cannot remember if that part is supposed to be swung. I know like the beginning part, and I know that that part is supposed to be swung, but there's a part of me that's like, is this part swung? Like, because if it was straight, it would be. Hey, Lucid, do you know if this part of the Claude Bowling Suite, if this part's swung? Do you know? This is the part where he like goes a little minor in the first movement. You also didn't study it. Okay. I think I'm curious now. I'm very curious. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Real quick. I'm gonna look it up. Featuring my new earphones that John gifted me. If any of you are curious, these are the Moondrop Lands, and they are amazing. Okay, so let's look this up. So Claude Bowling Suite. Okay. So it's not swung here. It's interesting because it's like it's not swung. But it's like you can kind of like just improv it. Like it's not really like super, like you have to be super straight about it. Interesting. I was like, whoa. Fallen Leader, thank you so much. I look forward to playing your transcription. Okay, I hope that was enough of that one. Let's see, are we slobbery enough? I think we can be a little bit slobberier. So next on our list is a bit of Iber. So let's just do the like first couple pages or so. what I can say is that I'm getting used to where the high notes are sitting. Oh, it's slobbery enough now. But the low notes, I'm still not quite sure exactly where to place them. So, but regardless, we got our flute slobbery enough now. That was not a really great, by the way. Please do not use that as your reference for how to play that. I haven't played it in a little while. That is, I did some practicing on it, but it's been a few days. Let's see. We are going to go back to this screen. Okay, we're now going to try this guy. So this is the Yamaha cleaning rod long type for flute. I looked everywhere online to try and get you guys a product link, but I cannot find it. I believe it has been discontinued because I just straight up no longer find it. But when I saw this, I thought it was really interesting because it reminded me actually of what one of my students did. Looks like this was just stapled together. So we're going to have to just kind of take the staples out, or that is rip it apart. So, there we go. So, okay, here we have it. So one of my students, actually purchased a very thin dowel, super long dowel that could fit through her entire flute, which is essentially this idea. So this is the first time that I have ever seen in just a actual straight cleaning rod with an extension. And I think this is such a fantastic idea because it makes it a lot easier for you to, like, you know, just sort of like clean your flute out without, you know, dismantling the entire thing. So yeah, so it's just a regular cleaning rod like this, but it has an attachment to make it super long. Here we go. Really cool stuff. Now, this is completely new. I have not, as you can see, I have not washed it or anything. Wow, that's very long. Oh, wow. That's super long. Here, I'll show it to you guys here. That's crazy long. For reference, this is the one I usually use. This is by Chem Voyage online. This is more than enough, by the way. But just as a size comparison, that's how much bigger we're talking. That's pretty insane. Okay, so I think it's big enough that, well, here, let me at least thread it through, you know, with the close-up camera here. So we're going to do this. So we're just going to treat it like a normal cleaning cloth. And okay, I can already see a potential issue, which is that in order to really clean the top part, you really want to stuff more of the material inside first before you use your, before you like stuff the cleaning rod under it, so that you get a lot of cloth and materials right up into the corner up here where the tube meets the end of the stopper, that is. So I can already see this being an issue where this will definitely, I think there's a high chance of it drying the whole flute pretty well, except for the top part. That's what I think. So, interesting. Look, you guys, this is basically dry. You see that? In the time that we were just playing right now, this is dry. Okay, so a huge positive is that this thing is dry. So what I'm guessing is actually probably a better thing to do is like you dry most of it with this, most of the flute with this, and then you dry the very top with this. That's what I'm guessing. But that's pretty expensive because this thing, the super long cleaning cloth and rod that we have here, was also like 55-ish Singaporean dollars, something like that. It was pretty darn expensive. It was pretty much the same price, just a hair cheaper than getting the whatchamacallit, the entire, like the swab version. This is the cleaning cloth and rod version. Okay. You make a good point, Michael. Like this would be, I do have a super huge cleaning rod with the base, but this would probably make a better cleaning cloth with it. You're absolutely correct. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, this thing is very slobbery. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put that in and see how this, okay. Oh my, I actually pushed my, oh, that's awkward. Whoops. Okay. Actually, let's see how well it dried. Not bad. Not bad. It's only not very dry in the head joint. Yeah, it did a very good job for the body. Very, very good job. But like, yeah, I can definitely see that this is not dry. And it did go all the way up. I did see that it went all the way up, but I don't know if you guys can tell. This is very typical. If you look very closely inside, you'll see that there's actually a lot of space in there where the cloth is not actually reaching inside. So, you know, you're only going to get the bottom part of it dry, but like the rest of it, yeah, you can totally see that condensation in there. It's quite wet up in the top. But for the rest of this, and I only did, you guys saw, I did a single pass. Very dry. That's very, very dry. And this is also very, very dry. I think you guys can see. Yeah, quite dry in there. I'm very impressed. That was a single pass through. So for the body and the foot joint, very, very good. I would say that, again, this might be a good maintenance thing. So like if you wanted to take out a lot of the condensation as you're playing, it's okay not to get every last little bit out, even on the top here. But yeah, we are going to attempt, I think this is going to be a little bit awkward though. So I'm going to take this down and use this as a regular cleaning rod. And then what we're going to do is let's put in a drier corner. So we'll put in this opposite corner. And we'll do what I normally do, which is I like to stick in quite a bit in there. So really kind of packing it in there. And then we're going to stuff it up to the top. And then we're going to put it in a circle. So like this part to me, like there's no difference in how you would do this if you were to just do it with a regular size cleaning cloth and a cleaning rod. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's pretty dry. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. That's pretty impressive. So I would say that the quality of the cloth is fantastic. This cloth is really, really fantastic. Quite absorbent. I'm very, very pleased with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, as Michael suggested, for my bass flute. I think this is fantastic for my bass flute because I don't have like a thick enough or big enough cloth for it. So I think this will be very good for alto or bass. I'm just really kind of sad that they have discontinued this. I feel like they could have marketed this for an alto or bass flute, and that would have been really cool. In terms of using it for the actual flute, it's really no different from using, you know, just like this. Although I will say that this did a not as thorough job as this did. This did a much more thorough job in just a single pass through. So if this was available, weirdly enough, I think I would actually recommend this more than this. This I think is the upside is this thing dries so fast. Like you can't even tell that I drenched it half an hour ago. Was it half an hour ago? Half an hour, 45 minutes ago. You can't even tell. That's pretty darn impressive, actually. So this thing dries really fast, but in terms of actually getting like a slobber fest out of your flute, not so great. I would say that probably for maintenance, swabbing every 5 to 10 minutes or something like that probably would be fantastic, because it'll also dry with between every time you swab it. So yeah, this is like, if you like swabbing very often, then this one is good. This is the Flute Swab, the full length Flute Swab. Yeah, this one, the material of the cloth is fantastic, very absorbent, but besides using it kind of like exactly as you would use a regular takedown flute flag, I'm like, there's really no difference between using this and just like, if you have to take out your head joint anyway to properly dry the top part of it, you might as well take off your foot joint too and just use a regular cleaning cloth. So, yeah, that is my assessment of that. They are good. They, you know, they work. They are good, but they don't blow me away. You know, it's not like a super, like, you know what I mean? Like if you play a lot, I'm just like, I don't really see this being something that I would reach for. I can't help but say this, but like, I reach for this all the time. This is my main cleaning cloth. So this is the Cam Voyage, if you guys are wondering. You know, this is insanely absorbent. It truly is a one pass through and it's done. So when you're putting your flute away, you know, you're putting it into your case and everything. Yeah, this is just one pass through, you're done. And, like it cleans the head joint really fast too. I've gotten pretty fast at like stuffing it in there. So yeah, they're next level, right, Antonio? These are like, they're completely on another plane of existence. Like they're yeah. But now I think like, in my opinion, it's an unfair comparison to compare the Cam Voyage to these Yamaha swabs and clots. I think for what the Yamaha swabs and clots are, they are good. They work. This thing is extremely absorbent. It's just that I think that this could have been marketed for an alto or bass flute, and I think it would have done a lot better. You know, and then if they, like, you know, if you sew a little, you know, a little like covered, weighted, you know, little, almost like a keychain or something like that, then you could feed it through the like curved head joint too. You know, make sure it's, you know, covered with cloth so you don't bang up the inside of your the curved head joint. Okay. But yeah, I will probably be using this. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I will probably be using this for my bass flute. Yeah. Okay. We must move on. We need to now get my piccolo slobbery. So I know that there were a few other pieces that we didn't quite get to on the flute. If we have time, I'll try and get to them. But for now, so I'm not going to wipe down my flute just yet. I'm just going to put it away so it's nice and safe. Let's get the piccolo out and make that nice and slobbery. So, you know, just a like audio warning for you guys. You know, if you need to, please turn it down when I play the piccolo. I myself am going to use a earplug. Super bass. Exactly. Okay. So let's give this a whirl. I think we wanted to start with the Genshin piccolo. So no, there is the Chaik one. Okay. No, we'll warm up with the Genshin one. So this is a super cute solo. Somewhere in Fontaine. It's the Fontaine countryside. It's so cute. Okay. So here we go. Do a little warm up. Okay. I definitely need to practice that. I'm curious about the other version now. I'm going to read the one in 3/8. Okay, Fallen Leader, the version you sent me is way better. Can you guys tell from the way that I'm playing it? I think it's more accurate. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll do some stars and stripes after I torture myself with some chike. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh my gosh. Okay. need to make this bigger. This needs to be bigger. I can't read it. Okay. If I remember to do long A flat up on the top, then it pops. Okay, I have finished torturing myself on that one. I will now torture myself on the Stars and Stripes Forever. Because, you know, why? Oh, why not? You know, well, we live for, you know, a little bit of good old torture, you know? Where my Piccolo stuff be at? Oh, here. Okay. Oh, right. And the board in. Okay. All right. Okay. Very quickly we'll do some Stars and Stripes because it's really fast. Where are you, honey? Where are you? My sweet torture. Okay, how many of you guys caught me switching fingers to do the trill? Do you guys know that that's a thing? You guys can totally do that. Okay. Yeah, the pointer trill. Yep. You do it with your pinky? How do you even? Oh, God. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, is it because you're playing it in A flat? Is that why? Is it because you're playing it in A flat? Okay, I did it. It's not perfect. Some of the notes I think could come out a little bit better, like the E. I think I just need to be not lazy and use the actual fingering instead of the trill. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I did it. Now, someone suggested the Polypsian Dances by Borodin. Oh, this part, guys. There's so many. Do you guys even see how much I've written in there? Oh my gosh. I had to like create it was almost like a workout program for me to like learn this properly. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We need this to be standing up. So I can't just like, you guys are going to be reading this at like a horrible angle. But I need to actually bust out a music stand here. No can do. We have to. There. I'm so sorry about this horrible angle, guys. But at least you know I'm looking at music, okay? So, okay. Oh, God. Why am I doing this? Okay. Put this guy in now. What are they even right there? Oh, man. What the heck? Okay, with some practice, I could probably get it back up to speed, but that's still too slow. I know for a fact that that's still too slow. Goodness gracious. And it changes here. That would need more practice. I can already feel it kind of coming back to me though. I think it's a lot faster than that. Yeah. Oh, God. I don't even remember this part. My goodness. This is insane. Dee da da. Dee da dee da da. Dee dee da. Dee da da. Dee da da. Diddle da. Diddle da. Dee dee da da. Diddle da da. think it's a little faster. Is this my backup or main? This is my main piccolo. This is definitely my main piccolo. Oh. Okay. I think that is more than enough. Although I want to play the beginning of this. The movement, that is. It's supposed to be going a little bit faster, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, okay. Are there more piccolo bits? No. But Greg and I were talking about, and I want to try and find it. It's the Ocarina of Time piccolo bit. Let's see if MuseScore has someone who's done that. So Zelda Piccolo Ocarina of Time. Do you guys know that one? We did. Is it Hyrule Field? Hyrule Field theme. It's super tiny. But I see it. I see it. It's super, super tiny. But I can just make it out. Okay. Da-da-da. This is just that opening line. It's so hard to get it like tiny. So it forces the G to have to sit in a very specific place. Woo! Okay. One, two. Okay. Okay, you guys can hear it getting better because I'm really like focusing on where that G wants to sit in my mouth. So you have to be very precise about where that G sits in your mouth in order to be able to play with that kind of like that like sparkle, you know, without it sounding like you're like screaming your lungs out, you know. Oi! I think it's better to think of it in two. Yeah, I think it's easier to think of it in two. Okay, all good things to know for myself. Excellent. I'm so glad I found that. So, slow movement from Vivaldi. I do have that one. There we go. I performed this one for one of my recitals. I can't remember which one now. It may have been my graduation recital, but I'm not sure. All right, let's do this. Because we got to keep making this slobbery. I think it can be more slobbery. Okay, so slow movement from Vivaldi, Piccolo Concerto in C major, RV 443. Okay, cool. Gosh. What was I doing? I'm trying to put in ornaments, guys. Okay. Clearly, I have to like relearn where that E needs to sit. It needs to sit a little bit higher than I think it needs to right now. What did I write in there? I don't like that ornament. I don't like what I did there. I don't really agree with now. From what I did before, I'm like, I don't know if I would do that. Anyway, we are slobbery enough now. Okay, I do want one more go at that E though. Yeah, you hear how, like, if I know where to place it, it's like it just plays itself. Okay, we are nice and slobbery. It is coming out the end. So, let's put this away. And we are now going to open up. Sorry, guys. Hit the wrong button. Okay, we're now going to open up this little baby. So, this, according to the Yamaha website, this is actually the old model, and it is not as absorbent, apparently, as the blue one. So the blue one apparently is like 10 times more absorbent, or however they're, you know, they're measuring this. But let's give this a whirl. Hardest movement in your opinion? Yes, I do agree. That movement is very difficult to play well. Because the other part of it, like the first movement and the last movement are all just kind of like it's just very like peppy and very technical and very just like there's a lot going on. So like, if anything, it's actually a little bit easier to hide. But anyway, so it's a takedown swab. So let's put this together like this. It's just a small version of the flute one, as you can see here, just a small version of it. So let's see how you know, what's the word, effective this is. Since I am playing a Nagahara Mini, this does go all the way to the top and it does stick out a tiny bit, but ooh boy, it is a little difficult for me to twist it, but twisting it quite a bit. I think you guys can see it, yeah, up in there you can see it rotating. So, okay, moment of truth. And I'm twisting it on the way out too. Okay, yeah. That got quite, yeah, that's pretty damp. That's pretty damp. I would say that it doesn't look quite as damp as the blue one did. And this one I got pretty darn slobbery too. So, oh, it looks pretty dry. I don't know if it's because it's also wood. And so like some of that condensation actually gets just, you know, like you guys can't see in there. I'm sorry guys, but you have to kind of like trust me when I say it's extremely dry in there. But yeah, I wonder if the wood also is just like kind of absorbing some of the moisture as well. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm just gonna grab my Piccolo flag, which I should have somewhere here. Yeah, so this is my Piccolo flag. This is the original version by Roger Holman. I'm just gonna see if what I'm seeing in here, if that's just the wood grain or if that's condensation. So I'm just going to do this really quickly. Yeah, it's the wood grain. So yes. Yeah, it doesn't feel damp to me at all. So weirdly enough, I actually think that this did a better job than the flute one did. I wonder if it's just that the flute one, because the instrument is so much bigger, it can hold a lot more condensation. I wonder if it's just, in a way, sort of an unfair comparison. So in my opinion, I think that the Yamaha Piccolo Swab works very well. I think it's really fantastic, really gets into all the nooks and crannies. And this is the old version. So if the new version is even more absorbent than this one, I'm all for it. I think this is like, to me, it feels like a one-to-one, kind of like does the exact same job as a piccolo flag. So, I mean, technically this is sort of like a different version of a piccolo flag. But yeah, you guys can see how absorbent it is. This really knocked it out of the park. I think out of all three of these, I'm very surprised that this is what I like the most. The piccolo flag I like the most, and this is the old version. So if any of you get like a hold of the new version, feel free to let me know in the comments below what you think of it. But yeah, I'm very impressed. So that's not to say that the others were bad, not at all. They did their job, did it well. It's just that I've had a few experiences with other products that, you know, really knocked it out of the park for me. So in terms of expectation, these did actually live up to expectation. So I would say in terms of must get, if you're going to get one of these three, is the Piccolo Swab. I'm very impressed with this one. The flute swab is really good if you want to swab out every 5 to 10 minutes while you're playing, because it dries extremely fast. That, I think, is the shining characteristic of this, is that, look, it looks like I didn't even use it. Like, what the hell? Okay, so this thing dries so fast. It's actually insane. This one is very good for alto flute, bass flute, so larger bore instruments. It does work very, very well. I did notice myself just kind of pushing my head joint out though without even realizing it. The double length cleaning rod is novel, but in my opinion, if you're going to just like swab out the instrument and you have to take out the head joint anyway in order to get the corner up in the corner of the head joint nice and dry, you can't do that with the full length cleaning rod situation here anyway. So there's a part of me that's kind of like, well, it kind of defeats the purpose then of having such a long cleaning rod. But it's very good though if you want to just, again, use it as a convenient way to swab out a little bit as you're playing, as you're practicing. You know, like it won't make it super dry up on top, but it gets through the entire flute. So if you guys wanted to do a similar situation, because this thing is discontinued, so but if you guys wanted to do a similar situation, you can just get a really absorbent cloth, soft cloth, cut it nice and big, and then you guys can get like how my student did it. She just got a super long dowel and actually just carved out the top part. So she just like made herself a super long wooden flute cleaning rod. And then she just used that to just kind of swab out the flute in the middle of practicing. So I do think that that's great, because if you do that, the nice thing is that you can probably just throw this in the washing machine and you don't have to hand wash. These ones that are stuck to the actual you know, the actual rod itself, these ones you always have to hand wash. There ain't no way you can stick it into the washing machine without ruining the swab and ruining your washing machine. So wow, look at that. This thing is already starting to dry. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's already starting to dry. That's crazy. I'll flip it over here so that the other side can dry more easily. But yeah, so these dry really fast, but you would have to hand wash them. I think a crazy slobber fest is no. But yeah, so I think that they do their job really well, lives up to expectations. But in terms of the wow factor, I'm only getting the wow factor from the Piccolo Swab. So there we go. They're good though. They're good. What do you guys think? Where did I get these? Kami-chan, it is so nice to see you again here. It's been a while. I got these from Singapore. So last year, when I went to visit family in Singapore in April, I also did some shopping just because I wanted to see what was available, you know, on that side of the world in terms of flute products and stuff like that. So I went to a huge Yamaha store, because we don't really have huge Yamaha stores here in the States. We have Yamaha products that are sold in local music stores, but we don't ever really have like just a Yamaha store. And Singapore had like multiple just Yamaha stores. So I thought that was really cool. And I walked over to the like woodwind cleaning section, and then I saw all of these and I was just like, I've never seen these in the States before. Never seen these in the States. So I'm very curious about them. And I bought them to bring them home to review, but then I didn't actually remember to review them until now. So yeah. Hey, you already got the waltz transcribed? Well, let me see what's happening. Okay. Oh. Okay. I will do this one last thing and then I really have to go because I'm already like past time. So, where did we put it? So Fallen Leader, where did you put the PDF? I'm curious. Discord general, and you tagged me. I am not seeing it. New mentions. Wait, what? No. I don't see it. Oh, you're in flute zone. Am I still in flute zone? Oh no, I'm not in flute zone. Wait, I am in flute zone. Okay. All right. Oh, this is so much easier to read. This is so much easier to read than what we were working with before. Okay, we're going to end off this stream with this lovely transcription by Fallen Leader. Here we go. So let me take out my flute again. I'm wondering if there was like a key change, because the versions I was looking at, there was definitely a key change partway through. It's okay, I can figure out what key we're in. Okay, let's try this. So this is Freerin, the waltz for, was it? Waltz for Stark Infern. Okay. Okay. Oh, tip. I think this should be in 3/4, because I think you put it in 4/4. Yeah, but it's fine. Something like that. Something like that. Doing it in the wrong. I'm kind of going back and forth between 3/4 and 4/4 in my head right now. Let's see. This is where the key change happens. So the key change happened basically where all your, yeah, okay, so I need to go back. If you put this in 3/4, it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect if it's in 3/4. Yeah, so the key change, just so you know, happens, I believe, right at measure 39. I think that is where it happens. So let me see if I can parse out the 3/4 here. I don't think that's quite how it goes. What is the key change specifically? So you already have it in the correct key. It's more that the first section, so measure 1 until measure 38, I believe. Then we switch to this so it's easier for you to hear. Measure 1 to 38, I think, and I'm going to cheat a little bit by looking at, yes, that's what I thought. 1 to 38 is 2 flats, B flat and E flat. So I hesitate to call it B flat major. I think it's more or less in B flat major, but there's a bit of a modal feel to it, right? Because it's that sort of like fantasy setting, right? Which is very much based on sort of like medieval sounds, which tends to be very modal. Yeah, but good job. So yeah, all you need to do is swap it into 3/4, and then in the original 4/4, measures 1 to 38 should be, because everything's going to be displaced, right? So if you look at your original scoring, in 4/4 is measures 1 to 38 should be 2 flats, and then I think you're good. Yeah, but that is really pretty. Thank you so much for putting this together. I appreciate it so much. All right. I think I need to excuse myself. So, guys, this was super fun. I've been wanting to have an excuse to do a sight reading stream again. Yeah, because you guys always sort of like push my my level of playing a little bit more every time, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate a challenge. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I'm not a perfect flute player, and I don't pretend to be. I've just been doing this for a really long time, so there are things that, you know, I've learned how to do. And so yeah, you guys are the best. This was just so chill. I really loved it. Yeah. And seriously, thank you, Fallen Leader, for you know, like doing this on the fly. Yeah, I feel like this is what we musicians are very good at. We're very good at kind of making things happen very quickly. And yeah, I think you are absolutely exemplifying that. So thanks, guys. Thanks, Kelsa. Or is it it's so small I cannot actually read properly, so let me actually there we go. Now I see everything very, very large. Yes, Kelsa. Oh, you're going to upload the MuseScore project for a real composer to fix for that. That would be fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting my spin on it too. Maybe after I've listened to the OST a few more times. Yeah, Michael is totally fine. And I appreciate that you were, like cognizant of that. Thank you. And you're considerate of other people. Wonderful. Okay. Well, that's it, guys. I will see you guys next week. We will have another review, or at least we're planning on having another review. I should be able to get the flutes, well before Thursday. So we might do a stream on Thursday. It's either Thursday or Friday. I'm not really sure exactly when. Looks like Thursday stream is going to be much more likely. So you guys have another review to look forward to. I hope you guys are enjoying all of this kind of like review content I've been doing. This was a decision that I made towards the end of 2024. I think I really realized that this is what I enjoy doing. I just have a lot of fun doing it. I love walking into reviews and having no idea what I'm going to walk into, what I'm going to experience, and I love to just experience it with you guys. So, yeah, I've decided that, now is not really the time to, like try and come up with like very creative and sort of like super, super innovative, creative content ideas. Honestly, guys, I'm so content and so happy, and I want to just keep doing what makes me content and happy, and this is what makes me content and happy. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the ride with me. This is sort of I kind of feel like I'm in my like happy, content phase of my life, where I don't feel like I have to chase a dream because I feel like I'm already living the dream. So yeah, this is me. I'm just living my dream right now. So thanks. But yeah, you guys stay happy, healthy, safe. I will see you guys sometime next week, most likely Thursday. And you guys stay happy, healthy, and safe. And have an amazing weekend. Take care of yourselves, because there is no music without the musician. All right? See you guys later. Bye.